Just as vehicles need roadways on which to travel, data needs a pathway to use to move from system to system on a computer network. In the early days of networking, the choices available were limited. In modern-day networks, however, your choice of data pathways has a varied spectrum of things you can use. But network media for connecting and creating computer networks falls into three basic types. So what are those types, you ask? Well, the first and the earliest type of network media, or medium, used was electrical signal sent over copper cables. So copper cabling can essentially be found in two types by itself. It can be found in coaxial cabling, which was, by the way, the first and used to be the only type of network media used in early networks. And you can find it in twisted pair cabling, which you find on a majority of physically wired networks in the present day. Twisted pair cables usually have the RJ45 connectors on the end, and they've become somewhat standardized on computer networks across the world. Now, those are all types of physical cables that are made up of copper wires, allowing the electrical signals representing data on a network to be transmitted and received from device to device. The second and less commonly used media or medium used on computer networks is fiber optic cabling. Now, this is where electrical signals or data are translated into light pulses, and they're sent down a glass cable or a glass medium type of cable. That light signal or those pulses are then translated back into electrical signals or data, again on the other end with the device that's receiving that information. Now, fiber optic cable contains those light pulses and allows them to travel over much longer distances than electrical signals can travel over copper cabling. You will often find fiber optic cabling used on WANs, wide area networks, or long-range telecommunication networks. Fiber optic cable contains that light all throughout the cable by having a reflector wrapped around that glass cable. So it contains those light pulses and allows them to be transmitted and travel over much longer distances than electrical signals can over copper cabling. You'll often find fiber optic cabling used in wide area networks or WANs or on long-range telecommunication networks. The third type of media or medium used is radio signals through the air in what we've all come to call wireless. Now, this is where devices connect to and communicate with each other by sending data back and forth over radio waves. Wireless networks can be found in two different types or two different forms in modern-day networks. You can find wireless using radio waves with wireless access points being used, or APs for short, and you can find it being used in Bluetooth technology, which has its own bandwidth signals, and it's typically to connect devices that are closer to each other. So now you know the three types of network media used in modern-day networks. But to get the details for how each of those work and are actually used, you can access my free online mini-course called Network Startup Bootcamp by clicking the link below this video or by going to www.acenetworker.com/bootcamp.